Hi everyone, my name is Joyce McTeer and welcome to another DIY Friday. I am coming to you all today, ladies and gentlemen, to show you how to make a pair of earrings. And I am going to be using these patches, not all of them, but just one piece. But I just wanted you all to see what type of brand this is. I got this from Walmart. And it's just patches that you use to patch your pants or your shirt or whatever. So I'm only going to be using one piece, but I just wanted to show you all what the name of them were called. Bind decks, I believe that's what they're called. Okay? So here are the items that you all will need to do this DIY. Like I said before, you're going to need a patch. You don't necessarily have to use this. You can just use a regular piece of fabric, a regular piece of denim. You're also going to need a needle and thread. You're going to need a piece of 20 gauge wire and cut yourself at least 6 inches of 20 gauge wire. You're going to need a 2x2 wood bead. You're going to need some adhesive glue. You're going to need your wire cutters, some scissors of course. You're going to need a seashell. You're going to need a fish hook. You're going to need 3 wood beads. Okay, this 2x2 is also a wood bead, but you're going to need these small ones, these round ones. This is a 12mm wood bead, and these two here are 8mm wood beads. You're going to also need some spacer beads. These are like 5mm. They're really small, and they're just some beads that I'm going to be putting in between these beads right here. You're also going to need your flat nose pliers, your round nose pliers, and your handy dandy glue gun. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And of course, y'all know I'm always forgetting something. Your pen. Now you can use a pen or a marker, whichever one you have. You can use either one. And you're just going to get yourself a round piece of a round bead, and you're just going to trace it and you're going to cut it out. So you're going to just trace it. And then you're going to cut it out. And I have already cut my piece out, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the piece that I'm going to be using. Now the next thing I want to show you all that you're going to have to do is you're going to take your needle and thread and you're going to stitch. Just like if you guys remember the last time I did, no, that was with ribbon. But this is something different. So you're going to just stitch it as if you're sewing it, and you're going to go all the way around. All the way around. And once you get it all the way around, then you will start pulling it together. And I'm going to show you all what I mean. You're going to start pulling it just like that together. You're going to be gathering it together. It's going to be like it's going to be pleated. And you're going to do that all the way around. So I am not going to do this whole piece because y'all know how I am about my time. I don't want it to be too long. I'm gonna do a couple more, and then I'm gonna go to the next stage. I'm sorry for that noise that y'all hear, y'all. I'm really sorry about the noise. It's really loud. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next stage. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so once you sew it all the way around, you're gonna pull it tight. And then once you pull it tight, you're going to take your iron and you're going to go in and you're just going to iron it down to make it flat, to make it nice and stiff, okay? And that's pretty much all that you do for this part. The next thing you want to do is you want to take your adhesive glue and you want to go ahead and glue on your shell, because while we are doing the second part of the earring, this could be drying. So we're just going to put a generous amount of glue in the middle. And then we're just going to attach our shell. And then we're just going to let this dry while we're going to start on the second part of the earring. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and connect our 20 gauge wire to our piece of wood, okay? So we're going to take our round nose pliers and we're going to make a loop. We're going to give it, I want y'all to see what it looks like. We're going to give it some indentation. And we're just going to take and push this through that hole. Just like that. That's pretty much what you're going to have. You're going to push this piece right here up towards it. And then you're going to take your round nose pliers and hold this in place. And then start wrapping it around. And like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, you can do it once or twice. And then we're going to take our wire cutters and snip off the excess. We're going to take our flat nose pliers and go in and squeeze it to make sure that there is nothing sticking out. And we're going to go ahead and start adding on our beads. So I'm going to go with one of my small millimeter beads, the gold one. Then I'm going to put on my brown bead. Then another one of my gold beads. Then an 8 millimeter bead with bead. Then one more of my gold bead. And then last but not least, my wood bead. Okay, get that all on there. This is what you're going to have, ladies and gentlemen. Then we're going to come up to the top and we're going to go sideways to make our loop. Just like this. Pinch it. And this is what you're going to have. Then we're going to give it a little indentation. And then we're going to start wrapping it around. And we want to just keep wrapping it until until it gets as tight as you want it to be. Okay. All right, so now we're going to cut off that excess. Just like that. Take our flat nose pliers, squeeze that in. Okay, and that concludes this part. Now we can still go ahead and add on our fish hook. I'm going to add on our fish hook. Okay, and that's what we have, ladies and gentlemen. Now last but not least, this part right here, what we're going to do is we're just going to add a generous amount of glue on our bead, and we're just going to place this on our bead, and then our earrings will be complete. So we're going to take our glue gun and we're going to give it a generous amount of glue in the area. And you gotta be really, really quick, ladies and gentlemen, because hot glue dries really, really quick. And we're going to just place this just like this. We're going to hold it down, smash it down, just like this. And then you have yourself a gorgeous pair of earrings. And here they are. I want to thank each and every one of you all who have decided to take this journey with me. I greatly appreciate it. And I want to thank you all for watching today's DIY Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, you all have a wonderful and awesome weekend. And I will see you back here on Monday for DIY Monday. Peace and blessings. And I'll see y'all on Monday. See ya.